Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering your city is already dying. Not because of a war, not because of a natural disaster, not because the government suddenly collapsed. Everything still looks normal. The lights work, the buses run, the coffee shops are open. But beneath the surface, a chain reaction has already begun. A reaction so powerful that every month, more people leave, more businesses close, more buildings sit empty, and the city becomes weaker than it was the month before. Economists have a name for this phenomenon, the urban doom loop. And once a city enters it, escaping can become nearly impossible. This is the hidden cycle that has destroyed some of the world's greatest cities. And the frightening part is that most people don't notice it until it's already too late. Cities don't die overnight. When people imagine a city collapsing, they burning buildings, economic crashes. But real cities rarely die that way. Most die slowly. So slowly that residents barely notice what's happening. One family moves away. A store closes. An office building loses a tenant. A factory shuts down. Each event seems insignificant. But together they form the first cracks in the foundation. The city still functions. Life goes on. And that's exactly why the danger is ignored. Because collapse doesn't begin when everyone notices. It begins when nobody does. The first domino falls. Every doom loop starts with a trigger. Sometimes it's the loss of a major industry. Sometimes it's rising crime. Sometimes housing becomes too expensive. Sometimes remote work empties downtown offices. The cause doesn't matter as much as the result. People begin leaving. At first, it's only a few, then a few more. Then businesses start asking a dangerous question. Why are we staying? Customers are disappearing. Workers are moving away. Profits are shrinking. So they leave too. And when businesses leave, something critical disappears with them. Tax revenue, the lifeblood of every city. The invisible crisis. Most people never think about how cities survive. Roads don't repair themselves. Police departments aren't free. Public transportation requires enormous funding. Schools, parks, sanitation, emergency services. All of it depends on money. When residents and businesses leave, that money disappears. But the city's responsibilities remain exactly the same. Now leaders face an impossible choice. Raise taxes, cut services, or take on debt. None of these options solve the real problem. Because the city is trying to maintain the same infrastructure for fewer people. And eventually something breaks. The loop begins. This is the moment the doom loop becomes self-sustaining. Services decline because revenue falls. People leave because services decline. Businesses close because people leave. Jobs disappear because businesses close. Property values drop. Investment slows. Entire neighborhoods begin to stagnate. And each problem creates the next one. The city is no longer fighting a single issue. It's fighting a machine that feeds on its own momentum. A loop, a death spiral. And the longer it continues, the harder it becomes to stop. Why recovery is so difficult? The tragedy of a doom loop is that solutions often arrive too late. By the time city leaders recognize the danger, confidence has already vanished. Investors hesitate, businesses hesitate, families hesitate, and cities run on confidence. People move to places they believe have a future. The moment they stop believing, decline accelerates. That's why recovering from a doom loop isn't just about money. It's about restoring belief. Because once enough people believe a city is dying, their actions can make that prediction come true. Cities rarely collapse in dramatic fashion. Most die quietly, one resident at a time, one business at a time, one empty building at a time. The urban doom loop isn't just a story about cities. It's a lesson about systems. Because the same cycle can destroy companies, organizations, communities, even entire nations. Decline becomes dangerous when it starts feeding itself. And by the time everyone sees the problem, they may already be trapped inside it. A city doesn't collapse because people leave. People leave because they believe everyone else will. And that's how the loop begins.